Hi, I'm Bermuda.
And I'm Phil.
And we are Suddenly Ducks.
And today we're doing Age of Heroes again, our D&D game, and over to our GM Aaron to tell us what's happening.
Thank you, Phil. So our adventurers have made their way to this tower, which lies in the Dornish Mountains to the south and slightly west of Felwood. They are essentially completing a quest that they received on the very first day of the campaign, where they were to deliver some trade goods, first to Bronzegate, which they did, and then to Felwood, but the gentleman that they were supposed to deliver them to in Felwood seems to have been kidnapped, and the leader of Felwood, who has some sort of relationship with this man, indicated them that through the use of divination magic, plus the little bit of intel that the party brought back, that this man had been placed into this tower in the Dornish marches. So they made their way, encountered a giant that was doing a little bit of goat herding, killed him and his goats, and then eventually found their way to the tower. But when they got to the tower, it didn't look like how they expected it to. Instead of seeing what they thought would be like a hideout or headquarters for the Bloodsworn, the local band of rogues turned town guards that they believe have kidnapped John Hill, rather instead they found a tower that was completely covered in spider webs and showed no sign of entry by any people whatsoever. When they went inside to investigate, burning away a significant portion of the webs on the ground floor, they were attacked by a large number of poisonous and giant wolf spiders. And that's where we begin today.
Yay.
And at the top of the turn order is actually Mr. Spider, because most of you are surprised.
Yep.
I like that there's one on Celia's full head.
So these spiders are all about 15, 20 feet up in the air. And so this one actually moves down and attacks you, Manon.
Brilliant.
We'll go there. All right, so I'll just go counterclockwise because we got a bunch of these guys. So first are two on you, Barrick.
Yep.
Do you have a shield?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, these two spiders descend and they attack you, but you're able to get your shield up in the way, and both of them land their bites on your shield. The next one goes for you, Manon.
I too have a shield.
So this one hits AC 20.
I'm 17, so yes, that hits me.
So you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
The first
one. Yeah, so you save and you take 7 points of damage as you get bit, and you feel the fangs of the spider basically enter your torso, and then it feels almost like somebody has injected like liquid fire into your muscles. Like there's a intense burning sensation that subsides, and you can feel your muscles starting to like spasm and seize. You manage to sort of shrug off the majority of it, but you can still feel the poison affecting you.
God, the pain.
AC 12 against you, Cecilia.
It's just low enough to miss me.
All right, yeah, so you see the spider coming, and you're able to sort of dodge out of the way as it tries to drop on you. The one that attacks Mr. Greenbottle rolled a natural 1.
Yay!
It's the moon spider.
But it catches itself. It doesn't fall prone. The one that attacks you, Phoebus, hits AC 21.
It's
Make a Constitution saving throw. Yes, you save as well. As you get bit by the fangs, you two feel sort of like just a burning liquid sort of injected into your muscles, and then the burning almost immediately subsides, and instead you can feel your muscles trying to like seize up and spasm. You take 4 points of piercing damage and an additional 2 points of poison damage. So 6 points of damage in total. And then the one in between you two will go for one of you randomly. It goes for Phoebus. It hits AC 15.
come again?
AC 15.
No, I have a shield.
Yeah, so after the first spider bites you, you sort of instinctively bring your shield up, and the second spider basically drops onto it, and you hear its teeth sort of ping off of it, and then it moves back to try to bite you again next round. That brings up Tinin.
Bonus action, disengage, move back a square, and then shooting this one.
Sure, go for it. That's a hit.
And then I move a bit more and then take out one of my daggers. Dagger, yeah. And
Okay, yes. So you go down a step of stairs. You can't actually see into the tower anymore. You're just like looking up the stairs into like the foyer entranceway.
Yeah.
Cecilia?
Okay. Yeah, Tinin's a great friend. I'm gonna make an attack on this spider.
You just barely miss, as it's just, in fact, you make contact with like the spider's body, but you're just not able to like land a solid blow on it. It sort of barely gets out of the way.
I was faking him out for the punch.
Which lands, as you basically just go to like stomp it, and you can feel its sort of carapace crunch under the weight of your fist or your foot. Anything else?
No, not for now.
All right, that brings. Oh no, Manon is surprised. So that brings us back to Phoebus.
Yeah, I can barely look at the screen. I'll stab the one on the right side.
You now have 3 spiders surrounding you.
Yep, I know.
Yeah, that misses. The spider sort of like recoils out of the way.
That's me.
Beric?
Hmm. I'm thinking about changing into one of them, but no. Alright, I am going to... What am I going to do? Fuck it, I'm just gonna attack the top one.
Roll to hit. That's a definite hit as you slam your quarterstaff into the spider. You know, it sinks into its hairy carapace a little bit. Is that your turn? Do you move or bonus action?
Well, I could turn into something, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stand my ground.
Yep, brings up the spiders again. So the one that you just hit and the one next to it both try to pounce on you and bite you, Beric.
Yeah.
So one of them rolls a natural 20, the other one misses.
Cool. So what do I do? Con save?
Yep, make Constitution saving throw. Yes, you take 5 points of piercing damage as you again feel your body injected with a little bit of poison, but the poison only does 5 points of poison damage. So you take 10 points of damage total. Okay. Then the one next to you, Manon, tries to bite you. It misses.
Excellent. I riposte with my shield.
And the one next to you, Cecilia, hits AC 14.
Yeah, that hits.
So you take 5 points of piercing damage, and you feel the poison sort of, forced into your muscles. It burns incredibly, and you feel your muscles start to seize up a little bit. You take an additional 8 points of poison damage.
Did she roll a con save?
I did. Yep. I rolled a 5.
Oh, I'm super lagged on everything.
So these 3 spiders turn and attack you, Phoebus, since Mr. Greenbottle has left the building.
Yeah, I'll have words with him.
Do you have a shield?
I do.
The words you're going to be having with him is going to be in the form of an epitaph.
So only one of them manages to hit you. You take 2 points of piercing damage and make a con save. Yeah, so you're able to shrug off some of the effects of the poison, but it's still, you can feel it definitely is still having some effect, and you take 5 points of poison damage as well. Which brings up our halfling friend.
So I took how much damage?
7 damage in total.
Okay.
5 of which is poison in case you have resistance or something.
I take out my other dagger, charge up here, and then shanking the one that I shot at.
Yep, so you guys hear the pitter-patter of small feet coming upstairs, and then Greenbottle appears back in the room, thrusting his daggers at the spider. Hitting and killing it with the first blow.
Okay, then I move over it and attacking the one here.
Yep, so Tidden basically just runs forward and jabs one of his knives like straight into one of the sort of like glossy eyes of the spider. It sinks in and the spider's legs just sort of curl up and it falls to the ground. He steps over its body and then attacks another one. Also hitting, but not killing it. It just sort of moves back onto its hind legs and rears up as you slash it.
Yeah, that's my turn.
And you don't get sneak attack damage on that one, though.
Of course, no.
That brings up Cecilia.
Okay, I'll continue stabbing this spider.
Yeah, that hits. You sink your spear deeply into the spider's body. Not killing it though.
Well,
3.
then sucker punch.
Yes, you follow up with a punch that lands very solidly into the spider. It nearly falls to the ground, but manages to keep its footing.
I will spend a key point to finish it off. I mean, if this attack fucking lands.
Yeah, and so you can see it like almost completely flat on the ground, and you just step your foot like straight through it. Strange, thick fluid sort of sprays out of it, what you can presume to be its blood.
Was that like the spider boss or something?
They all seem to be the same size.
Okay. Because she hit it before.
Yep.
Okay.
She hit it for 3 before. Do you move or anything?
I'll stay in place. And I'll just turn
Alright.
and face the one behind me.
Yeah, so you guys like start teaming up on that one now. Brings up Manon.
I'm going to crush it with my warhammer. As I'm reeling from the pain of it injecting its venom into me, and I parried away its blow a minute ago with my shield. I come down with a crushing blow with my warhammer
And you hit solidly.
Crunch goes the weasel.
A little bit of like strange, yellowish, grayish fluid splatters out as you hit it, but it's still up on its feet, sort of clinging to the web.
I don't think I can do much else.
Phoebus?
Stabbing the one on the left.
You have advantage.
Just
with
it's out of your way. But you do have advantage.
Oh, I might have also had advantage. Should I?
Yeah, you would have had advantage too, Manon, if you want to roll a d20 just to see if you'd crit. No.
But I did get 11 damage instead of 8.
Well, you don't get advantage on the damage. Phoebus, the 23 hits, and you do 10 damage to the spider as you poke it with your rapier. That spider looks rather wounded now. Barrick?
Alright. I'm gonna cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff.
Okay.
As a bonus action, and then I'm gonna attack the same spider again.
Yeah, so you sort of focus the divine natural energy that you've been taught as a druid into your quarterstaff that hardens almost to like a stone.
Yeah. Is that a hit?
And hits. So you bash the spider with your quarterstaff. It's now bleeding that thick, disgusting blood all over the place, but is still up.
All right.
Which brings up the spiders once again. So it bites back at you, Barrick.
Yep.
And rolls a natural 20.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
You take 5 points of piercing damage and make a con save. Yep, so you're able to sort of keep the poison at bay, but you still take 3 points of poison damage. So 8 points of damage total.
Yep.
Then this one next to you, Manon, tries to bite you. It rolls a natural 20.
Brilliant. Con save. That probably wasn't supposed to be at advantage.
Yeah, so you failed that. So you take 6 points of piercing damage, and then an additional 5 points of poison damage. So 11 points of damage total as the spider bites deeply into your torso.
Excellent.
Let's see, this one attacks you, Tinin. AC 22.
Head.
So you take 4 points of piercing damage and make a con save. So you take an additional 4 points of poison damage as you feel it fill your little body with some sort of venom. And the last one completely whiffs, attacking at Phoebus, which brings up Tinin.
Trying to kill the one over to the left of me.
Yeah, that hits, and you kill it outright.
Bonus. Fuck it. I move to here and then stab it again as a bonus action.
Okay, yeah. So you quickly stab the first spider like through where you presume its brain is, and then sort of roll around behind the other spider and slash at one of its legs with your other dagger. You catch it and nick one of its legs pretty well.
Yeah, that's it. Without the second one, without the sneaking damage, but yeah.
Yep, which brings up Cecilia.
Okay, I just inch closer to the spider and stab him again.
Ooh, a solid hit.
Nice.
And yeah, so you completely impale the spider. You literally have like a spider shish kebab on your spear as its legs sort of wriggle around, being held aloft by your spear, and then curl up underneath it.
For my unarmed attack, would I be able to move and then attack
Yep.
a different target? Which of these, squares on my way are difficult? Is it this one?
So all of that is actually clear here, and this little like stone thing here has collapsed, so you can actually attack over it.
Okay, maybe the spider doesn't see me coming.
Oh, it senses you coming as you sort of bump into the webbings.
And they have 8 eyes too, who am I kidding?
But you definitely do manage to hit it for sure, and you land a solid blow into the really creepily feeling carapace covered in stiff hairs. And that brings up Manon.
How, dead does Barak look? I know he isn't dead, but how damaged is he looking?
About halfway there,
Okay, well,
living on a prayer.
He's mostly covered in spider blood, rather than his own blood,
okay.
from smashing his quarterstaff into the spider next to him.
I'm going to do a... I'd like to do a spell. I'm not sure if a Cure Wounds is melee or not.
I think you have to
It's a touch.
put your hands on something.
Yeah, I thought it was a touch.
You're right next to me, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, screw it, I will do. Okay, I'll touch you and do a Cure Wounds.
But he has to touch you.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's-
excuse me, sir, excuse me.
I slap my hands on his back while saying my incantations.
So you heal 9 points of hit points, Barak, as the
Nice.
Ironborn behind you shouts about how a drowned man breathe air into his lungs for what is dead may never die, and places his hands on your back. Do you do anything else?
I hold my shield up in a way that looks like I'm helping.
Yeah, looks super badass. Phoebus?
I'm stabbing the one Tinan just stabbed. I guess not.
Yeah, it recoils out of your way, and your rapier misses. Barrack?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the same thing. Attack him again. Do we have advantage now?
You
or?
would, yeah.
You do, yeah.
So 17. That's a hit, right?
That's a hit. You're attacking the top one?
Yeah.
Yep, you kill it. You just smash it to death with your quarterstaff.
Nice.
Back to the spiders. So the one that you just punched, Cecilia, it tries to bite you.
Oh, I'm watching
but-
him though.
It misses, yeah, you see it coming. And then this other one turns and tries to bite you, Green Bottle. But it completely misses, which brings up your turn.
Revenge stabbing time.
That's a hit. So you sink your dagger in deeply and sort of like push on it to like open up the wound before retracting it out. The spider looks seriously wounded, but still alive. Cecilia?
Okay, never taking my eyes off of that spider that tried to bite me. I'm gonna stab him.
Yeah, you stab it deeply with your spear, which is now just a complete mess of spider goop, but the spider's still living.
Until...
Yeah, until you manage to basically punch into the same wound that you just created with your spear, and as you retract your fist, the spider just bleeds out all over the ground.
I tore him a new asshole and then fisted it.
Do you move or anything?
How far can I move? In, like, difficult terrain?
It's
Is
not
it, like,
difficult.
half movement?
So this
No.
area here is not difficult. If
Okay.
you want to move like deeper into the tower, it will be.
Okay, I'll move to about... Move to about here. And that's my turn.
All right. That brings up Manon.
Can I actually get past Celia? Or...
Yeah, you could get to there.
Okay, perfect. So I run in, jumping over this tiny little wall, clutching my side where I was bitten past a second ago, and I try and bring my hammer down on its head in a crushing, with advantage kind of way.
Yep, you smash your hammer into the spider. More spider blood sort of sprays all over everyone. And the spider now like only has, like 6 of its legs left. It's bleeding all over the place, but it's still just barely on its last leg.
This is while shouting, "Kill it before Cecilia kills it!"
Everybody make me a perception check.
14.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, so the only one who hears this is Cecilia. And Cecilia, you can hear something going on outside.
It sounds like the Spider King, guys.
Oh,
Quick, act like a spider.
What were we supposed to do with advantage?
No, I
No.
had it on from attacking. I'm sorry,
Oh,
I didn't turn
okay.
it off.
Yeah, sorry, no.
And Phoebus, it's your turn.
Stab.
That's a hit, and you kill the spider.
Okay, when the spider's dead, Cecilia quietly motions to Phoebus to get her attention and just points at the door like, look. Or like,
Can I
watch the
look?
door.
Outside from where I am?
From where you are, you can't really get a good vantage on outside. You can just barely see down the stairs. So you can like see a little bit of the hill that the tower is built upon.
Does this entrance area have like windows or arrow, like what's the call? What's the term
Slats.
for those arrow holes?
No, but it's partially collapsed, so you can like kind of see out a little bit from it. Like there's occasional like holes where there's missing bricks. But
I'll
it's
crouch down.
you can't like get a good view from there because it's quite a ways in front of you. So you're 8 feet from it, and then there'd be like a little hole right here. So that gives you a tiny little vantage. You can see this bit of rock.
Cecilia's like putting her arms out to
not-
like everyone like shh, be quiet, no talking.
Are we still in
Kind of thing.
turn order? Because if we're not, I'd totally be healing
I
right
am
now.
too injured. I'm not going outside.
No, just watch.
We are out of turn order.
Then I'm going to do a heal on myself because I'm only at 13 health.
So around this time, Cecilia, the sort of the noises that you hear coming from outside stop.
Okay.
Yes. So whoever you healed Manon, they cure
Myself.
5 wounds. Yep. You get 5 hit points back.
Yeah, I have my crossbow out pointed at the door, but I'm not moving.
All right, so around this time, all of you guys hear a shouting come from outside, and the voice says, "Throw your weapons outside of the tower, and we'll let you leave with your lives."
Make spider noises.
So we can't.
What did he say?
He said to throw your weapons outside of the tower, and he would let you leave with your lives.
I scream out, and who are you to threatening us?
I'm the man who has the tower you're in surrounded. And if you weren't aware, the tower you're in has a bunch of extremely lethal threats inside that I'm sure will kill you before nightfall. Now throw your weapons outside of the tower, and as I said before, I'll let you leave with your lives.
I'm not gonna do that.
You didn't hire an exterminator?
In case you can't tell, you're the ones to be exterminated.
Then why would you let us leave with our
Identify
lives if we
yourself.
gave you our weapons?
Well, if you surrender, we'll come to an arrangement.
I'm sure the arrangement would be death at that point. I'm like talking, not really yelling that.
What? Sorry, I don't understand. What exactly
I-
are the charges against us?
You've poked your nose into things you shouldn't be poking your nose into.
I sneak to like the vantage point where I can see someone.
Okay, so you sneak into the foyer. I mean, you have to poke your head around like here.
Oh,
Oh, the
Yeah.
only time I didn't say
Yeah,
I follow.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I don't know. I
And-
failed.
As you poke your head around the corner, here's what you see. And I'll reveal some people that you see as well. Hold on a second.
They're wearing red. I'm angry. They're totally wearing red.
So you see a familiar sight as you're able to make out at least 4 guys wearing the standard Bloodsworn red leather armor. And then standing next to one of them is a gentleman who's wearing very ornate studded leather that's also been dyed red. He has a longbow with him with a quiver on his back. He has fine fur pelts sort of adorning the cloak that he's wearing. And on his side is an immaculate steel blade with an emerald in the hilt, the base of the hilt.
No, I come back into the tower.
I'll just come back in the tower.
And as you can see, they've pulled the wooden board that normally leads across the gap. They've pulled it back and set it up as cover.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just clear this tower.
Yes, but if we just going to clear the tower, as you say, they can just ambush us from behind. Since the door, it's like ruined, so you can really block it, right? Or can you, if we are using like the crumble here or whatever?
You could
It's
try to
like-
barricade it, but it's in pretty poor shape.
Yeah.
The whole tower is, completely dilapidated and crumbling.
So guys, what do we
And-
do?
The stairs on the left, they lead down.
They lead both down and up.
Oh, okay.
I'm tempted.
And
I
they are
mean,
all covered in webs as well, right?
Yes, everything in this tower is completely covered in webs.
I'm no expert in combat strategies, but I kind of feel like we should just fortify our position and try to wait them out or deal with spider threats as they come.
True, but what I'm worrying is that if we just waiting them out, we know that they have more people than we do.
If I get some nice sleep, we can heal up.
We all can.
Yeah, that is something we all can do. But I understand your point. Although what I'm worrying about is that they can easily get in. So does anyone have any spell or idea that they can prepare so that we can block it, or at least make it impossible for them to move in?
Is there any like big rocks or anything around? Like these walls in the middle, are they just loose bricks?
They've
or-
mostly collapsed, and there's like bricks all over the ground that you're walking over.
All right.
Like stones have collapsed from the inside of the tower. And also, as you're looking now at the ground, like looking at all the different stones, you notice there's quite a few pieces of bone like intermixed with all of the stones.
All right. Do we want to block this door?
I would love to block this door.
All
If
right,
we
then
can.
step aside, and I turn to a bear.
If I... Okay.
You're basically going to use your massive bare ass to like push the rocks into it.
I'm just gonna sit in the opening. No. Yeah. I just move like all the rocks, like I can find towards the door, like to block it.
Okay, yeah, so you start
Big
stacking up rocks, basically barricading the doors. And again, you hear a
Barricading.
shout from outside. You're only barricading yourselves to your own deaths.
I'm
But
sorry, I can
take-
tell you, we are heavily fortified.
I
Take
roll.
your
at the moment.
time. Take your time. You'll be convinced to come out shortly.
Are there any ways to look outside the tower, inside this room?
Either by going out into the foyer or by going maybe up to the roof.
So the tower is just a solid thing.
Um, do you drop the torch that I don't know which one of you had the torch?
It was Barrack.
Okay.
It's probably on the floor.
Okay.
Over there, burning.
While you are like scooping that, I will use the torch to burn a bit of the web here, so we at least can move around.
All right, so yeah, you're going like around the entire tower, burning the web out of your way, basically.
Yeah.
Yep. So you're doing that, and you're like making good progress. Like the web's obviously not giving you any trouble. It's just web. And when you get around to like this part right here, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a giant figure just materializes out of thin air and attempts to bite you. And everyone roll initiative.
It's like a humanoid figure?
Nope, it's a giant
Oh, shit.
spider.
Oh, sorry. Just
Mama spider?
This one looks totally different than the others.
Yeah, I noticed.
Do I still have my own initiative, by the way?
You have the bear's initiative.
No, you use the bears. So
Oh
it's just a d20 for you.
yeah.
Please roll lower in initiative so that I can run or do something.
7.
So it rolled a natural 1 as it appears and tries to bite you,
Nice.
Tinin. It appears like confused by your small little body and just sort of bites at the air right in front of you. But you see massive jaws, like almost the size of your head, sort of snap, and you hear them close with like a disturbingly powerful crunch. So everybody sees this. The spider is almost as big as Barrack, and it literally just appeared out of nowhere.
like it just phased into existence.
Yes.
Yep.
Are we tripping balls?
We all ate the same mushrooms.
Or someone summon it.
Yeah, it's got the face of that mage
it's a
that Hariel
specific
played
spider.
in the one shot.
Yeah.
It's still it's right next to one of the red guards or whatever.
Nice.
That guy. She's with them.
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Well, after knowing you, yeah, she would.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Well, then I run up to the spider and try and hammer it. Do I have advantage?
I'm in melee with it, so hopefully.
Yes, you do. You do. Not that you
Nice.
need it. Yeah, you slam a really solid blow into it, and like a dark bluish blood splatters back onto you.
I would like to use a bonus action to cast something called Sanctuary on myself.
Okay.
Is it a bonus action?
That it is.
Yep. So you sort of mumble the words of incantation to yourself, and then you can see like a sort of a shimmering semi-translucent layer sort of like just forms around your body.
I'm also trying to act aggressively, like it should try and attack me.
Waving your arms in a dangerous
And
manner.
I'm like hitting all of its webs around me to try and like really get it riled up.
I mean, if that's the case, I burn a lot of web, so it would be angry at me. But yeah.
Yeah, so Phoebus takes aim with a heavy crossbow and shoots an arrow into the massive spider's body. Tyndon?
I'm gonna drop the torch and then take out the other knife. So I have 2 knives now. And then walk over here. Nah, fuck it, god damn it. I attack it, and then I will disengage afterward.
Yeah, so you miss with your dagger, and then you disengage and move over to there.
I'm thinking. Okay. There. Well, technically here, so I can hide behind Manon. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, so it tries to bite you, Manon. What's your spell save DC?
It's not in saving throws, right?
I think
No,
it
it's
is,
8
isn't
plus
it?
it's 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your spell casting modifier.
What's your wisdom bonus?
My wisdom is 3.
13.
Yep, so it saves and it tries to bite you.
God damn it.
It hits AC 21.
God damn it, yeah, it hits me.
You need to make a Constitution save. Okay, so you take 8 points of piercing damage as the giant fangs like tear way worse into your body than the other spiders. This thing's much larger and its bite hurts much worse. Then you feel it injects a not too dissimilar poison. Like it feels like the same sort of liquid fire that causes your muscles to seize up.
Mm-hmm.
And even with shrugging it off the way that you did, you take an additional 10 points of poison damage.
But then I'm at 0.
So roll a d20 to see exactly where it bit you. That makes sense. So it bit you in the neck.
Huh.
Roll a d20 to see how bad it is. Okay, that's not so bad. Okay, so basically as the venom is injected directly into your bloodstream through your neck, you can feel a lot of it sort of pour through like your larynx and voice box. Basically, you can't cast any spells that have verbal components for the next round, and you're unable to speak above a whisper.
Mm-hmm. I'm not like bleeding out or anything. 'Cause I'm at
You-
0.
You actually are bleeding out, but that won't come around until your next turn.
Okay, just for everyone else to know, I'm bleeding out.
Yeah, so you guys all see this spider basically grab Manon with its front legs and sort of pull Manon to its face, if you will, or head. I don't know, do spiders have a face? It bites him.
Mandibles.
It bites him like in through his neck, and you see there's like a strange discoloration in his neck for a second as he fills the surrounding tissue with a strange poison, and then it just drops him and he collapses to the ground. Well, actually, you know what? You are correct, Manon. You are stabilized, as the poison seems to not actually kill, but rather stun and paralyze its prey. So you're not
Okay.
bleeding out. The wound seems to very quickly clot from the spider goop getting into it. Tinnin, your turn.
I think Tinnin, unless the
what
turn
happened?
order's messed up.
Because
Well,
yeah,
me.
did Cecilia or Barrick had a turn?
No.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, it probably wasn't the spider's turn. What the fuck?
Yeah, I did wonder, but I mean, you're the GM. I don't know.
I thought I lag or something.
Sorry, Tinnin just went. That should have brought up Cecilia.
So wait, I didn't get bit in the neck.
Yeah, none of that happened.
Magic!
The drowned god saves.